Hi, Jacques here, working as a Christian pastor with one thought to help you do life well. As a pastor, I do operate in the public sphere, and I'm not unique in this position. But what I find interesting is that people often think that a decision, especially to those made by those in the public sphere, is made in a vacuum without any thought, and therefore they often question a decision made. What I also find is that when people become aware of the backstory or the thinking that went into making the decision, they actually back down in terms of their criticism. They might not agree with the decision taken, but the insight they gain changes their criticism just a little bit. It softens it a little bit. It also happened to a woman just before Jesus' crucifixion. She took some very expensive and fragrant oil and poured it out on Jesus' head. This was an act of great honor. But when the disciples saw this, they were upset. They just saw the action and thought that the oil could rather have been sold and the money given to the poor. The backstory was that God was moving. Prophetically, this woman was anointing Jesus for what was lying ahead. But the disciples just didn't know it. Jesus did, and actually said wherever the story of the gospel would ever be told, her act would also be told. Her act was part of something that God was doing, beyond the understanding of the disciples, Jesus being anointed for his crucifixion. But their criticism brings me to the point that I want to share with you today. Criticism is the result of distance. We are only able to criticize when we are far removed, but we critique when we get closer, and we help when we are close. So as you go through your day today, if you find yourself criticizing, know that it shows distance. If something really bothers you, get close enough to get the backstory and the understanding. That will bring you close enough so that you would be able to voice your opinion. But don't stop there. Lean in closer. Get more involved and help bring about change. Because in the end, when you and I work together and we understand what is going on, we can help one another, and in doing that, change the world. I hope this thought helps you. I hope it helps you do life well. And I pray that you and I can meet up soon.